Hey, welcome to this week's tour of the CIOPCC. We're going to do a favorite collection this week, and it's going to be a fairly long one relative to my videos. We're going to look at Universsl Monsters. Now, you'll have seen some of these before if you've watched all of these videos. Of course, you've watched all these videos. You've hung on every word. But, you know, who doesn't love seeing monsters again? So if you've seen the 6-scale monsters video, you're going to see some of those repeated here. But let's start with the Wolfman up on the top. This is by Mezco, and this was when Universal was trying to reboot some of their movies. They did Wolfman. Mezco also did this very cool Frankenstein's monster in their mega scale. You're going to see some more of their work. And one of the things you're going to notice about Universsl Monsters is just the number of companies that have taken a swipe at these over the years, like this Frankenstein monster here. Now, they've done them by Jada Toys and Jazzware. Sideshow, here we have the Sideshow black and white version. They called it their silver screening version. That's another thing that almost every company has done, is done black and white versions of their releases as a variant. The yellow card there is how Sideshow did them. It's a nice carded example just to show what they look like. I like to keep carded examples just to show the packaging, as well as a number of their variants there, glow in the dark, as well as the translucent green creature. And up here we have packaged versions to show what Diamond Select did, both the smaller cards, that's a black and white version of their Wolfman, and then their larger deluxe sets, the Metaluna Mutant and the Wolfman there. As I said, Mezco took a crack at all of these. When they did theirs, they also did a series of their own styles and designs. Here we have Creature, the Frankenstein monster, and the Mummy done in their style, as well as in back some variants of the Creature, still boxed. NECA is sort of the captain right now of this boat, and they are doing their own versions of the Universsl Monsters, both in black and white and color. These are the releases so far. We're waiting on the Bride of Frankenstein for that set. And as we go down the row here, you're going to see Diamond Select Toys versions. You're going to see Sideshow versions. You're going to see Jada Toys versions. Just about everybody, like I said, in that 7 and 8-inch scale has taken a swipe at the Universsl Monsters. And they've done characters like Mole Man there and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, along with the big characters like Frankenstein's monster, the Creature, and Dracula. Up here on the top shelf, we have more of the same. Again, these are all pretty much in a 7 to 8-inch scale, depending on the company. That 7-inch scale has been very popular with the Universsl Monsters for a long time. Now, if we come down here, we will see a 12-inch Renfield, so we'll talk about some of the 6-scale. Like I said, you've seen some of these before. Here's a Wolfman. Sideshow went pretty deep. They did Larry Talbot back there. There's the Gypsy. Igor. And just about every actor that played Frankenstein got their own version from Sideshow. Now there's their Bela Lugosi as Dracula, and in the back corner is the Christmas release they did. They gave these away to people they liked. They also did a Frankenstein's monster that was special for Christmas that they gave away. They liked me enough to give me Bela Lugosi. Obviously, they didn't like me enough to give me Frankenstein's monster. And there's the Mole Man down there at the end. Up on this shelf, we also have the Sideshow Invisible Man, terrific figure, and the Creature. Fun fact about the Creature, like I said, Creature was designed by a woman, Millicent Patrick. Most people don't know that because guess what? A man took all the credit. Big freaking surprise. Millicent Patrick also did the Metaluna Mutant over here, which is another great Creature design. Now, he's supposed to have funky legs like his arms, all scaly and insectoid. But they ran out of budget, so they just threw him a pair of pants. These two creatures are from Sideshow. Another fun fact about the Creature, of all the major Universsl Monsters, he's the only one to star in just 3 movies. Everybody else got a lot more movies. Here's another creature up here on top. This is the premium format that Sideshow did. Beautiful. I also have the black and white version of this in the house. Like I said, everybody loved to do black and white versions. And over here we have the Living Dead Dolls creature, as well as Mezco's smaller version of that Wolfman from the newer movie. Frankenstein's Monsters gotten a table twice now. He got a table here from Diamond Select Toys, and then recently he got this version from NECA. So he has a place to relax. I'm going to also mention the Marvel Toys releases based on the comic book versions of these characters. Technically, they're not Universsl Monsters. They are their own versions of Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, the Wolfman, and a zombie. But I thought I'd mention them in this video since it's unlikely that they're going to get mentioned in any kind of video of their own. And along with Mezco's other releases, they did the 112 Collective Frankenstein. 2 versions of that, Frankenstein's monster as well as the backdrop. Now let's finish up down on this bottom row down here. Sideshow, like I said, loved to do Universsl Monsters. And back then they also had this nifty little line of minifigures called Little Big Heads. And they did a series of Little Big Heads for the Universsl Monsters. They did these as a regular sort of release. They also did them in the translucent like they did everything else. FAO Schwartz, you remember them, did this box set that we have down here. I think the Invisible Man was the unique one in there. And those bronzy looking ones were done for Toy Fair. As giveaways at Toy Fair. They also did versions riding skateboards because, well, why not? And just to finish up with their weirdness, they did versions in wrestling gear. I did keep a couple of the, there's a silver screen, 12-inch silver screen Dracula, London After Midnight, and this Islander. I keep a few in the boxes to have boxed examples of the 12-inch as well. Hasbro did their own versions of these. I don't have many of those left, but here's a creature because, of course, I love the creature. And most recently, we also have a Jada Toys version, along with some mini-mates. Now, we have some busts on this shelf. The Sideshow busts are the Dracula, Frankenstein's Monster, and Wolfman. They did that as part of the DVD release, one of the many DVD releases of the old movies. I picked up the Mummy separately. That's from X Plus. They did a whole line too, but I wanted a Mummy in that scale. And Trick or Treat Studios did the creature, and I wanted a creature to go with those guys. Here's some more weird creatures. And Diamond Select Toys also did this excellent set of Banks. Really bust quality. And again, they did them in both black and white and color because that way they could make more out of the license. So there we have pretty much my Monsters collection, Universsl Monsters collection. There's a few more, like I said. There's a premium format black and white creature in the house. Make sure you subscribe. Watch out for the next videos. Until next week, talk to you later.